Katt Williams had smoke for everybody when he went on Shannon Sharpe's Club Shay Shay podcast.
I'm saying whoever, whatever it is, I'm saying we. I'm saying because what we gonna do? I done already told you, I'm one of the richest people that ever lived.
Yes.
Only in the fact that when I wake up in the morning, no matter where I am, I don't need nothing. Whatever I need is right around me, and whatever I don't have, it's only just because I don't have it. It's not because I can't get it. All I gotta do is want it, and it belongs to me. So because of that, because I'm favored by God, like when I see people's wives and stuff, I don't even look at them. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to look at nothing I don't want to have, because I know how blessed I am. If I look at it, I got it.
Yeah.
That's how Diddy be feeling.
Now, come on, man.
Now, what becomes evident throughout the interview between Katt Williams and Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay is that Katt Williams, a person of major influence, notoriety, and wealth, is that he is more than willing to talk about other people of major influence, notoriety, and wealth as well. And when you are someone who has influence, people will listen. Especially when you talk about multiple different people in the interview. Mention them. When you mention them like that, they are bound to respond at some point, because like you're basically calling them out on any bullshit they may be having. But if he wasn't as notoriety, I didn't have as much notoriety or popularity as he does, people wouldn't even take what he says seriously.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things, because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side.
It's obvious what's being done out here. It's on a nightly basis. I hope the world can see now what's really going on out here, because it's getting ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Yes, man, this is ridiculous, man. Ridiculous.
And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. TG Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way. The truth is the light.
I need to have another one of these.
Amen. Amen.
Shit.
So, when someone comes on your show and says outlandish things like that, whether true, half-truth, or false, you're bound to get a plethora of pushback and support on both ends. There's no two ways about it.
Of things that are messy at times, you know, and it creates traction. And then the truths or the lies behind it, you know, people can make the assessments on their own and do their own homework. It gets to everybody churning. It gets the noise. It gets to going, and everybody chirping. Everybody want to watch, and you got everybody named Mama talking about that goddamn interview.
Yeah,
everybody.
They are. I mean, I have a lot of people that have reached out. People that don't really listen to or subscribe to Club Shay Shay or know anything about that, but because it was on every news network, it was on ET. Yeah. People are talking about it in the basketball locker rooms and NFL, in every circle. People have talked about it. Right. And what's disappointing to me, because there are people that do what you and I do, that had so much to say, and it's only because of jealousy. Because I guarantee you, if Katt was on their podcast and did exactly what he did on my podcast, they would have never said what they're saying. Oh, that was the decision that I had to make in a split second, Ocho. Right. And what I always try to do is not talk over the guests. They come, okay, tell your side, tell your story, tell it without me interrupting. And then if there's a point that I think I need to add or I need to, rephrase question, okay, we'll go there. But in that situation, Ocho, I've got to make a split second. I know I got cards. Okay, I want to start at this place. But he said, I want to tell you why I came. You offer a safe place, a safe space. Right. For people to say and to get things, okay, fine. And then he went. Now, I'm teed up to ready to go in the direction that I think, because at the end of the day, Ocho, even though he went the direction that he went for 30 minutes, I still...
My life together, I ain't got no time to argue with y'all. I already know how niggas be on the internet.
still had to have structure. I still had to get the train back on the track.
Right.
Even though I don't think he was off the track, he wanted to get that off his chest.
Right.
Now he got that off his chest. Okay, now
So it's like people will always critique how you go about what you do, right? People always critique about how you go about what you do, but as long as you're comfortable in the manner in which you are going about your life, whether it be in this case an interview, how you're going to interview your guest, how you're going to make your money ethically, of course, right? Then that's all that really matters. But exterior opinions on people who have never done what you've done, or who don't have expertise in said subject, you can never really take them seriously.
let's get to where you come from. How did you come to be? How did you leave Ohio? Why did you leave Ohio? How did you end up in Florida as a 13-year-old with a Rottweiler puppy in the back of an 18-wheeler?
Right.
How did that come about? What was the thought process? When did you know this was going to happen? Okay, what made you leave Florida and go to OKC, Oklahoma? But man, it's just everybody got something to say. Man, bro, it's like everybody, but they never said anything. When I let Steve say what he said, when I let Ced what he said, when I let everybody say what they said, nobody said anything.
Yeah.
Now all of a sudden, because it goes viral, I guarantee you, Ocho, if this video had done 2.7 million views, nobody would have said a damn thing.
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Because Steve Harvey, go ahead, Ocho.
They just upset that I'm assuming you got the interview.
I did.
You got the interview. I don't think there's a space or a person out there that I think he would have felt comfortable with, where he would have been as open and truthful.
Right.
With. He was literally open, because when you're talking to you, there's a certain level of comfort. There's a certain aura. There's a certain energy that you have. You know, obviously being in locker rooms, being able to talk to people, and it provides a certain type of, I don't even know how to explain it.
It's a comfort level that they have, that they're going to be able to tell their side of this. They're going to be able to tell their story without any judgment from me.
There we go.
At the end of the day,
there are very few people like that. Very few people like that. Very few people.
I'm not here to judge. I've asked you to. I mean, there have been times that people have reached out to me to come on, but most of the time I reach out. And I'm asking, if you're free, hey, get back to me. Sometimes I have to go through a manager. Sometimes I have to go through a publicist. Sometimes I deal directly with the individual. Doesn't matter. It's okay. I'll pass it off to CJ. And then CJ's like, he and I huddle up and says, okay, what day works best for you? These are the times. He came in, I'm like, CJ, okay, did he give you a time? What's his time limit? Sometimes they say, hey, I got as much time as you need. Sometimes they say, I only got an hour. I only got 75 minutes. I only got 90 minutes. I say, I need at least 75 minutes. That's normally what I go. I said, I normally need at least 75 minutes. CJ, is there anything that they say that we can't ask? When I had Steve Harvey, I had no intentions of asking him anything about his wife, asking him nothing about his daughters. He volunteered that. Shannon, why didn't you push back and say, well, Steve, you said this about your first wife. Steve, you did this, this, and this. Nobody said a damn thing.
Listen.
And he even asked me, Katt even asked, well, say when Cedric said, when I said, there were reports that Katt said that there was a joke that he told that you stole from him. Said, I didn't steal no joke. He said, it don't even sound the same. I said, okay. Nobody said, Shannon, you should have pulled out the video and showed him Katt joke and his joke. Nobody said anything.
Right.
You cannot trick me. You cannot trick me.
Right. Now all of a sudden, Katt, hold on. And I said, it was tough hearing some of the things he said about people that I've interviewed and have. I'm not saying we boys. If somebody's Bucket or Burns, yes, I know Steve. I speak to Steve. I know Quake. I talk to Quake all the time.
Right.
Yes, I have Ced's number.
Now, there's one thing that's certain. You could definitely never ever be a novice or a new interviewer and think you can get the best out of Katt Williams. And it just goes back to show you, like, the act of listening, active listening goes such a long way. Like, interviewing is, you feel like, oh, you're not really the star. You're not really, you're just having people come, and it seems like when you're known for interviewing, sometimes it seems like you're a leech. Like, it's like you can't be successful. You can't, like, stand on your own without having another popular person come. But there's a skill that comes with being an active listener, understanding, okay, what is this person saying? How can I, make it coherent for the audience? Because you're not just thinking about yourself and the interviewer. You're also thinking about the audience who's going to listen to it and how they're following along with the story and trying to fact check. It's also the precursor to the interview, the fact checking, the history research that goes into trying to put together a good product. Now, if you feel like you could have done a better job interviewing Katt, all the more power to you. But just know that whenever you're criticizing people about what they're doing, what they could have done better, that you don't know the full scope or the full range of effort that's needed to always do that job professionally, or do that job with efficiency and proficiency. So before you critique people, especially when this is even something as simple as athletes. You've never been an athlete unless you're like constantly like watching in the field. You never really truly understand what they're going through. So always have a little bit of sympathy, a little bit of care, compassion when you see other people doing things that is not necessarily in your field of study or field of work. What do y'all think, bro? Did Shannon Sharpe do his best? Could he have done better? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it. And too much of any good thing is good for nothing. The script. I'm out. Bye.